everybody, my name is Utami Suangonyeni and I am your host, and finally I get to be in front of your screens and I'm quite excited to be part of this show called I Love My Ride Flashback. And basically we're going to be highlighting and looking right back to our previous episodes and the greatest topics covered by our guest here at I Love My Ride SA. Today we are looking at the topic why actually people get to buy cars or why they own cars. There are many reasons people get to buy or own cars, but Unezreen, she says something interesting. She said that she bought a car to travel from home to work, which she said calculating and putting her maths together, she saw that actually owning her car is more convenient and is more wiser than to take public transport, which makes me to think about something. Maybe we think we are saving by taking a public transport, but actually you're straining yourself. My advice to you is just go and get a coat. You may never know. You may be owning your own baby and be joined here at I Love My Ride SA.
So my name is Nasreen Samodine. I am the General Manager of Anesthetic. The car that I'm currently driving, I bought on the 16th of November 2018. I remember the exact date, time, how the weather was, what I wore. I made sure I had a special outfit. The first car that I had was a Kia Picanto, and that was, I needed it because I had just taken this job in Belito, and of course I needed to be able to transport myself because I couldn't really see myself having to take public transport. By the time you actually did the maths, versus public transport versus actually having your own car and petrol, it actually became the same thing. So for the convenience, the maths of convenience, I'd chosen the first car.
And on the other hand, we look at Udiva. Udiva actually was forced to buy a car at work because of the type of work he does. He needed a car. He was just given 2 days or 3 days. But he found himself very happy because he was given or granted an opportunity to actually have that independency that comes with having a car. Imagine.
I bought my car in October. I was forced to buy my car. I didn't want to buy a car at that time because of the work I was doing. So it required me to have a car. So then I was given 1 day to go buy my car. I was given it was like on Wednesday, I was told that by Friday I need to have a car. If I don't have a car by Friday, I'll lose my job. So it was God's plan. Sometimes, yes, as much as it was painful for me to buy a car, I'm not ready, but it was God's plan because I prayed that night and then God blessed me with the car.
Kaliwe actually bought her car because her mom's leg got amputated and she needed a car to take her from point A to point B, and she felt uncomfortable imagining the situation and her mom having to take a public transport. And to be honest, it's not really ideal. An old person and in a critical situation, going to the hospital, going to other places was not going to be quite easy for her, and it was convenient to buy a car.
My name is Telwega Khemane from Umzimkhulu in the location called Trefontein, which is Umzimkhulu is around KZN. Uzethembiso is everything to me. Her name, she was named Zethembiso Senkosi Zemile 10 years before I bought her. Her name means that the promises of God are yes and amen. So later in the years, my mom got sick, diabetic, her leg was amputated. So I got so frustrated hearing those news, and she was nearly to be discharged. So thinking that she will have now to go back to the taxis and all that, I remember we had to travel about 3 to 4 kilometers going to the bus stop. So I just couldn't take it that my mom now will have now to go back to the taxi, and then it's a long distance. That's when I thought, let me just try and buy a car. Then I bought her on the 24th of October, 2014, right? So she's just my everything.
Well, Akana Tusi, she decided to buy herself a car rather than anything she could have, just as a way to give back to her family and especially to Umkulu, as he was the one who was always there for her during the time she was recovering from her accident. And she felt that it was time to return the favor.
Hit my car. I got it in 2017, but it's Torsayo starts way back 2010. I was in a car accident on my way from school going back home after hockey practice. I had a bond like that with any other living person, okay, besides Umkulu. But any other person, nah, not really.
Yeah.
And for me, I think it's my way of paying back or also giving back, because straight after the accident, I had to go straight back to schooling so I could just make it out Uguti, you pass. And Iskole Sam was in Pinetown, so every day we travel from here in Lads to Pinetown every day. Yeah, I love my ride essay.
For whatever reason, people actually get to buy cars or own cars. We have noted that it becomes the greatest part of their daily schedule, their life, and also a greatest part of their families. And they don't imagine themselves living without a car. It becomes a hard and a tough life. After all, a car comes with independence and becomes the greatest part of your daily schedule. So please do take care of it and it takes care of you. So do catch us on our next catch-up episode on I Love My Life essay. And don't forget to share, subscribe, like, comment. Until next time, we are.